well, I'm already, my immune is already compromised. So those are the people um, who are more likely to develop serious illness and potentially fatal. So how does COVID-19 spread? So people can catch the virus from others who have the virus. The disease can spread from person to person through small droplets from the nose or mouth, which are spread when person with the virus coughs or exhale. So these droplets land in on objects and surfaces around a person, and then other people can catch it. So in other words, like, practice great hygiene, particularly if you are sneezing, if you have runny nose, then you probably, or if you are feeling ill, you should probably stay home. However, I know that there are people who are worried about staying home because they might lose their jobs. But I believe in these current times, I believe that it's okay for you to stay home and don't chance it. The World Health Organization and the Center for Disease Control and Prevention, they are assessing ongoing research on the ways how the virus is spread, and always continuously sharing and educating the public about current findings. So people also have asked, is the virus airborne? So currently, the studies suggest that the virus is mainly transmitted through contact with respiratory droplets rather than through the air. Also, there are, as mentioned earlier, there are people who have the virus, but they do not show any symptoms at all. In other words, they are asymptomatic. They don't seem to look ill, or they don't feel unwell. However, the risk of catching the virus from someone with no symptoms is very low. Many people who tested positive or who experienced the virus only have mild symptoms. This is true at the early stages of the disease. However, World Health Organization also stated that it is possible for you to catch the virus from someone who is not showing any symptoms or who doesn't feel ill. So basically, again, avoid places where there have been reports of COVID-19 presence, and also people who have traveled in that area of the world. And if you're all feeling ill, if you yourself or someone you know feeling ill, stay home and advise those people that you know that who are feeling ill to also stay home. And stay away from them, in other words. So how do you protect yourself? Well, first of all, stay aware. With the latest information of the virus, of coronavirus 19 outbreak, and you can reduce your chances of being infected or spreading COVID-19 by taking some simple precautions. Like as previously said, just simply practice good personal hygiene. Carry sanitizing solution or lotion. Or using alcohol-based hand rub that kills viruses. Avoid touching your eyes, nose, and mouth, because your hands may have touched many surfaces that can pick up the viruses. However, if the virus, let's say, has been, if the virus is only active when the sputum or when the sputum on the surface is still moist. But when it's dry, the virus is basically gone. Practice common sense, in other words, and also good personal hygiene. I can't reiterate that enough. Sorry guys, it's like, again, I'm having technical difficulties. So, I can't emphasize enough that although we have lived through SARS, swine flu, the Zika virus, MRSA, this is very, very serious. There is no vaccine or the regular antibiotic cannot kill this virus. Researchers and scientists are basically 12 to 18 months away from developing the vaccine. And the fact that in a very short period of time, the virus has spread so rapidly around the world in just merely 2 months, it is a reason to be concerned and to take this outbreak seriously. However, do not panic. Keep things in perspective. So of all the cases around the world, 83% of cases were diagnosed in China, in Hubei province in China. And 85% of the reported exposure is in Wuhan. And 95% of deaths occurred among cases 50 years old. I'm sorry, 70 years old. 50% of 95%, 50% of deaths are among the 70 years old and above. So you have to forgive me because I don't have like a slide. I'm basically telling you guys what I have gathered from my research since the outbreak of the disease. I have been conducting my research, so there has been limited literature about it, about the disease, although public health professionals and healthcare professionals and scientists are working together so vigorously to find the vaccine for and also to contain the virus from spreading further and from killing more people around the world. So although you may think that, okay, so flu has killed more people, so what is so special about this virus? Well, it is the fact that in just a matter of 2 months, it has made its way around the world, and it has killed more people than MERS and SARS combined. I'm sorry, guys. So I probably should just turn off my phone. Alright, so I have a question. I have one question over here. So, how do we contain this further spread? I think there should be screening, which has not been screening at airports. Before, for example, if you are boarding or coming from that area of the world, particularly China, I think there should be screening of people boarding and boarding the plane, and also when they arrive in their final destination, there should also be a separate entrance for those people and be screened. So, Perry et al. 2020 stated that so little was learned from previous outbreaks like SARS and MERS. Therefore,